Peace and blessings. It's your boy Big C on this beautiful Sunday evening, man. Coming at you from the beautiful Bay Area, East Oakland, town business, man. Yeah, we checking in tonight. It's a manhood Sunday, man. Time to claim your crown, my brothers. Because we tripping, man. It's like we have suffered the act. We are in the throes of total defeat as black men, and we gotta crawl up out of this. We gotta fight our way back. We gotta kick and scratch and look at what's going on with the Palestinians, man. No matter what, they up against big guns. You see, they shooting up their missiles and they shooting the missiles down. They say, yeah, you got the missiles above us, but Allah is above your missiles. So, yeah, we gotta have some heart, man. We gotta have some kind of strength. We gotta gather some strength, some unity, because we defeated. We got our ass totally kicked, and it's ugly for us right now. We following our kids. And the Bible it speaks about the end of days, and in the days, the kids will lead, and the adults will follow behind the kids. And what sense does that make when, as you live and get older, you establish wisdom, you find out and you learn and you discover and you mature, but you have a child living in the forefront leading you. That's retarded. You know, so we on that path, and we've been defeated by white supremacy. Was so disheveled and led astray that we cling to situations like we don't have no organization, we don't have no structure. We can't. It used to be where granddaddy could call a shot. Now the image of our grandfathers and is weak. It's like old men, the black folks, our old people are just laid out on the streets or bums. It's the image of it's not a strong image, but you look at the other races, the Chinese, they old heads, they in the park doing Tai Chi. They got business. They open up all these banks and these business, these restaurants, and they get money in their community. So they look at their old people in a whole different way. Look at in the white race, we look at their older people, and you call them Mr. Charlie, the man. You know what I'm saying? But our people are looked upon as boys and children. We don't even respect our ancestors, our elders. I've heard children disrespect Malcolm and Martin and the elders that went through slavery, and those people fought for us to be in a better position, and we get to this position, and we got our kids. We can't control them. They outside running around joining gangs, and now the conversation is so crazy about these gangs. It's older adults want to promote gang life. You know what I'm saying? People over 30, over 40, 50-year-old motherfuckers talk about a gang. That's why I say black people are in a crisis. We don't have no structure. You know what I'm saying? The structure starts from the family unit. Our family unit has been destroyed, with prison, crime, this gang shit. You know what I'm saying? What are you guys in the gang for? You're not doing nothing economically sound for the community. You're not doing nothing for the community. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing nothing for the black folks as a whole. What are gangs? What are you gang bangers doing? You know? So we all over the place, man. We don't have the structure. That household. The household is the structure, man. That's what people talk about kings and queens. Niggas ain't no kings and queens. How many kings in the society are there? You know what I'm saying? Everybody wasn't no damn kings and queens, you know? And we wouldn't even be able to support a king and a queen because we can't bring shit together. Our kingdoms will get ran over. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no kingdom. We peons. It's a hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? You got the kingdom, the king, the church. This is the hierarchy in feudalism. The king, the church, the nobles, or the lords, and then the peons. Nigga, we the peons. Our community is peons. Man, they give us crumbs. I ride through the expensive areas of in the Bay Area, and then these $1 million homes all throughout the Bay Area. You take your ass outside of your house and go look throughout the Bay Area and go ride through the exclusive neighborhoods. It's construction going on. They building their homes, remodeling their homes. They got a stimulus too. Their stimulus look a little bit different than ours, you know. It's the language and the paperwork. You know, so we get a little stimulus, little crumbs, and you know what niggas go do? They go buy clothes to try to look like they rich. You know what I'm saying? While the rich people is building up their homes, their castles. You know, that's the foundation of a community is the homes, the family life, the family structure. You know, we don't have no strong family structures. You know what I'm saying? We all over the place because the man has been totally and soundly defeated in the black community. To whereas he looks at success to be uh, uh, um, uh, something that the Caucasian race has made for him. He looks at their lifestyle as a success for him. He hasn't established his own success or his own culture. His culture is hinged on the oppressors and the colonizers' culture. So he wants to look like him. He wants to act like him. He gauges his success according to his oppressor. He hasn't established nothing in his community that is fruitful. You know, we can't even control the children. We follow the children, you know. So you're looking at our children and what's going on with our children. If you have a young male in the black community, you know, you fearful for them. You fearful for them because of the police. You know what I'm saying? They disrespect us. We ain't got no power, so they do whatever they want to us. And you fearful for his peers, the community that in the whole. Our community is toxic, so it kills our kids. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad influence on our children. You know what I'm saying? Our little girls are thinking think they're successful if they're prostitutes or if they're strippers, if they're parading their bodies around. It's not about this. You know what I'm saying? It's a small percentage that focus on academics and has the family structure together, but the majority of us, we're in disarray because we've been soundly defeated. You know, our ancestors fought so hard for us. Malcolm and them fought so hard and they seen a vision. One thing I seen with Martin Luther King, a video about Martin Luther King today, and he said, you know, they could give us emancipation, They can write it up in legislation, emancipation, but until the black man emancipates his goddamn self, digs deep down into his soul, into his bowels of his soul, and emancipates himself from out this rabbit hole that we fell down. Until we emancipate ourselves, ain't nothing gonna happen. We have to free our own minds. It's not cool. It's immature to live a outlaw life out of the law. You know what I'm saying? You on the outside because you can't establish justice for in your own community. You can't live a just life. You can't you can't you can't be a man and live your life with freedom, liberty, and justice because you've been ostracized and set as an outsider. You know what I'm saying? So you have to run around just like the rats and the insects. You know what I'm saying? They not, you see a cat, they walk freely. A dog, they domesticize. But rats and roaches, you know what I'm saying? We don't like those. So we'll kill them if we see them. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be on the outside of society and you know, try to make our money or whatever we do. But when you set yourself up as a man and you step up as a man, you walk up into a place and you demand authority. You command respect. And they gotta respect your motherfucker now. Because for one, you respect yourself. You know what I'm saying? I go a lot of places, man, and I hold my fucking head up high. You know, I get little docile ass racist shit. Like the other day, I was eating in San Francisco, and I was eating in this Italian restaurant. I had some crab ciappino. It was good as hell too. On Columbus Street in San Francisco, and a fat little dumpy ass white man came up in there, and he's like, "Hey, I'm your neighbor now," and I could feel, sit your ass down and eat, man. I ain't even paying your ass no attention. But I can see out the side of my eye, I'm eating these mussels and this crab, this little bread, and it's some good shit, man. And I got me a cappuccino, and I see him outside of my eye looking at me, right? And it's an envious. I could see, you could feel that energy. So I'm like, "What's up, man? How you doing today, neighbor?" Because he said, "I'm your neighbor now." So I said, "So how you?" I spark up a conversation. I want to see what type of white person this is, you know. So he like, "Yeah, man, I'm from Florida. And where I come from, I come here to San Francisco. I love it in San Francisco. It's diverse. But in my neighborhood, where I'm from, it's no blacks and it's really racist out there." And I'm thinking to myself, well, you live there, shit. That's where you like to. That's where you chose to live. That's your kind of place. You one of them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, I already know this one of them punk ass motherfuckers. So excuse my language. Excuse my language. So yeah, so I get to talking with him, man, and it's apparent that he's a racist, So I'm telling him some stuff, about yeah, man. He's telling me about what's going on out there, how racist they are, and I'm telling him, yeah, out here we ain't going for that. We'll put hands on a motherfucker, or we'll you know, it'll be some gunfire, and once he hear that I'm coming from that angle, and he don't want to say too much, but I guess he was uncomfortable sitting in there around me, but he wanted to act like he wasn't, See, that's another thing. They're intimidated by us, They're intimidated by, I'm a chunky, big man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no dummy, You know what I'm saying? I got some class about myself. I carry myself like a king. You know what I'm saying? And they're intimidated by that. They hate us for no reason. You know. So a lot of us in our communities have been affected by them being in charge of our affairs, you know, like our schools. And I was watching the brother Pharaoh, the OG Pharaoh, the other day. He was talking about in Chicago. It was back in the 60s. They had 100 and some people in kindergarten. How you gonna learn, and how you gonna get attention and care in the environment? They're in the auditorium. It's 100 people in the kindergarten. And if you know about Chicago, they had the big projects, Cabrini Green right out there, and all them projects. And it was some low income people. They basically threw them people away. They say, man, we just gonna go through the motions and push these people through these schools and get them out of here and put their ass in jail. And that's how we end up in prison, and how the prison industrial complex grows, because the schools was a pipeline through prison. You know, if you got all these kids with no supervision and no care, you know, and you let them do all they could do. They making adolescent decisions, and they out there smoking and drinking wine and committing crime, snatching purses and all that shit. You creating criminality, and you making criminals. You ain't making no. You'd be lucky to fucking graduate from college in that environment. You know, you got to really be hands on and really want it. But it's not like the community is guiding you into a better position. They guiding you out their hair, you know, because you're undesirable. They don't desire you. And where are the men in the community? Our fathers and uncles, you know, they was on heroin back then. They was on cocaine. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, if you got to know your history, man. If you look at the Black Panthers, they're the ones who implemented a lot of these social programs that we have that give us a one up, or a little assistance on being successful for our kids. You know, because them white folks, when we let other people make decisions for us, that's why I say we defeated. What kind of man? This is my house. And you know, that's why people, when they elect these presidents and congressmen and all that shit, I don't pay. You know, fuck who, you know, I vote for who I want to be up there, but ultimately I'm in charge of this. You know what I'm saying? So I have to make the decisions and do the things that I need to do here for my household to thrive and be successful. You know, but when we expect the people that don't like us to make the good decisions for us, man, that's delusional. That's crazy. It's like it's like, how do you expect that they want to see you thrive when they don't even like you, man? They're racist. You know what I'm saying? They look at you as inferior. They look at you as a problem. You know, so they're not going to have your best interest at hand. You know, so you have to have your best interests in hand. And us being defeated in this bad situation, we're supposed to have a coalition of men, strong men, coming together, making sure that our agenda is being is being put up on the forefront and being taken care of. But because we can't come together, that further alienates us and makes us and puts us in harm's way. So we are it's like an army. Our army has been defeated tremendously. We have been disrespected to the fullest as men, you know, and it's our fault. We can't even fight. You know what I'm saying? So we turn around as like some clowns and fight each other. You know, so the defeating arm, the army that defeated us looks at that, and that's a form of warfare. Make them fight they goddamn self. You know, that's how they control thousands of inmates in prison with only about 100 and some guards. They keep them niggas fighting each other. The whites against the blacks, the Mexicans against the whites, the so on and so forth. The Bloods and the Crips, the 415 and so and so, San Francisco and Oakland, L.A. and whatever. You know what I'm saying? The same goes for the federal prison system. You know, that's a microscope, a microcosm of how to keep a community and society in check, you know? And now they're doing it with this pandemic shit, you know? In a minute, if you don't have the vaccine, which we don't even know what the vaccine is, the vaccine could be so-called vaccine could be killing us off, you know? And a lot of people believe that it is. It's harmful stuff in that vaccine. No, I'm not taking it. You know, I'm gonna see what happened to y'all, and I still might not take it. You know, but control. So we have now, as it ain't no men. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, God in the Bible, in the Quran, God said, first is worship God, then the man, then the woman, in the household and the children. So God is supposed to be the head of the household, then the man is supposed to run the household. We don't have God in the community. You know what I'm saying? That's looked up as, now they talk about God ain't real, God is false. You know what I'm saying? But they worship the devil. You know, in Chicago, they operating on demon time. They savages. They enjoy the devilish spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's for real to them, but God don't exist. You know, so that's one. We then got the foundation of the direction of the ancient map and blueprint that we run off of is that there is a creator. This was established back in the ancient days in Kemet in Egypt. You know, Akhenaten said, Amenhotep the fourth, which changed his name to Akhenaten, said there's only one God. Stop worshiping the sun. Stop worshiping these idols. There's only one God, and that's the beginning of the Abrahamic. That's the beginning of the oneness of God. You know, so God beyond His creation, outside of His creation. You know, that's the mindset that Akhenaten was in, and they implemented that. You know, and that's from where Moses and Abraham them sprang up out of. Then Jesus in the Bible and the Quran and the Torah. You know, so hold on. So we don't have a strong connection with God in our community. You know what I'm saying? That's what kept us alive during slavery. The slaves worship God, you know? So we don't have that. And then manhood. The man has been so defeated in the Black community. He's a drug addict. He's a homosexual. He's a gangbanger. He's a thug. He's a drug dealer. You know, look at Bumpy Johnson, the history of Bumpy Johnson. I was watching the TV show on Netflix, and the Italians told him, man, we're going to sell drugs in the Black community. You know what I'm saying? But we look up to Bumpy Johnson like he was a gangster. He was selling drugs to us. You know, we look at the 80s, the dope era, the drug dealers that everybody look up to. I was a part of it. I was lost. You know what I'm saying? They would destroy the community, killing. Look how many people died because of drugs. You know what I'm saying? because we won't stand up and be men and not go for that and get that stuff out of our communities and create financial institutions and business districts and stuff like that in our community. We think that's stupid. We think that's fake. We don't want to do that. We think that's too hard. But you talk about the Asians and the Mexicans and other races, the Indians, it's people that's coming over here, just getting here fresh to America, been here 5, 10 years, to communities, and they lapping us. You know, I remember when the Asians came in the 80s, the boat people, the Cambodia and Vietnam, they came here in the 80s. They was fresh out the fields of Vietnam and Laos and Cambodia, and they was wild, like, you know what I'm saying? And I remember the Asian lady, she used to come down the street and just sit down and plot and piss just in the middle of the street. They was picking the weeds. We didn't even know what that shit was in the fields. They was picking the shit and eating it. But our aunties knew what it was. It was greens in the field that they was picking and all different other things that they was eating, you know? And we didn't even know that what that shit was, you know? But then now you look at the community and they owning up more shit than us, doing more than us. And they families is together. You know, they was in them houses 10 and 15 deep. And then they branched out and bought more houses and more houses and more houses. We can't even live together without the police having to come and take everybody to jail. Because them niggas in there fighting and shooting and somebody ain't pulling their weight and somebody on dope. And somebody harming another person because their ass ain't right. And we telling you to straighten up, you know? Might be telling me you got to pay your part of the rent. We got to beat your ass because you own dope and not underachieving, you know? Everything is hard to us. It's hard. It's easy for your ass to go out there and go commit some crime and all that shit though. You know what I'm saying? And then you got these kids, and like, look at little Reese laid out there, man, laid out on the ground like roadkill. Our kids is in the street like roadkill, wild animals. Every night, go click on your phone and Google shootings in your area right now. I bet you it's some young black kids that's laid out or shooting somebody running around here. Now they getting younger and younger, 11 and 15 years old, running around here shooting people. Don't know shit. And then their mama is taking up for them and they talking about that my son is a hitter. You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker can't get no job, ain't no man having babies, and ain't taking care of their kids or nothing. You know? We defeated. We straight up is defeated. It's some loser shit, man. Outside and wherever I go, you know, I walk with my head up. You know, I carry myself as a man. And wherever I go, I have to dispel rumors and stereotypes. You know, I could tell they stereotyping. Who is this nigga? Is he one of them, or is he? You know, once I start speaking, because I'm respectful, you ain't gotta bully yourself through life, man. You know, a man is intelligent. A man has his mind in order. You know what I'm saying? A man is confident. You know what I'm saying? A man don't have to push his way and bully, man, move your ass out the way. That's a sucker. You know what I'm saying? That's Goliath. You know what I'm saying? David slayed Goliath. You know? You know, that's a bully. You know, that's what these white folks did to you. You taking on their attributes of a gangster, a thug, a killer, a murderer. That's their attributes. That's what they did to you. That's what they did to your ancestors. Who, if I was in the majority and it was a minority of people that was in my community, I wouldn't be trying to harm them people. I was trying to make sure that they got what the stuff that they needed to thrive in their little community as well as us, and that we all had a equitable existence around each other, and there was law that we established that nobody could trespass against that law, because that's what a godly man is supposed to do. That's what the reason for the books that God sent down and the messengers that he sent to distribute law throughout the land accordingly. But you see what's popular now is the people over people basically disrespecting God's law. The devilish mind state is popular now. You know, people, even the preachers and the imams and these religious folks, they don't follow God's law. It's all about them, you know? So it's up to a real man to distinguish what's going on and which direction he's supposed to go. And we don't have that, man. You know, I seen a post on Facebook about the Eastmont Mall say, man, we should all buy the Eastmont Mall and turn it back into a mall and make it a trade center like Mecca used to be. You know, the Kaaba in Mecca, that was a trade post. You know what I'm saying? Barter and trade is as ancient as human beings itself. We come together, hey man, I got some salt, I got some frankincense and myrrh, I got some gold, I got some mules, some sheep. You know what I'm saying? We trade. We sell it to each other. You know? That's what's happening at Lake Merritt. Barter and trade. You know, we have to sustain ourselves. We have to have a financial situation in the community where we could thrive off of and live off of. So yes, it would be important for us to purchase the mall. But can we come together and do that? All it takes is about 50 people for it takes for us to have a meeting, get some people involved, collect some funds, and do it. But we can't even work together to do that. You know what I'm saying? And if we did do that, it ain't gonna be no motherfucking homeless and stealing out of our stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got to take care of our own. We got to stop allowing that shit to happen. Okay, if you want to be homeless and you want to be a dope fiend and you want to be a criminal, go down there and do that shit. Don't do that shit out here. That's why we can't have nothing. You know, black people used to have all the liquor stores in Oakland. Black people owned them stores. You know, they had when the old generation passed away, they couldn't pass them on to nobody because that generation was on dope. So they had to sell them liquor stores to the Arabs, and the Arabs created a network. Now they own all the liquor stores, and they working together because and they thriving too. You know, the masjids in downtown on Telegraph, man, they got that whole corner. The Muslims. You know what I'm saying? What situation do we see? How many black businesses do we even see in Oakland besides the renegade businesses? You know what I'm saying? We got Lena's, we got Everett Jones. You know what I'm saying? Lena's. What else? We got the Vacant Mob. We got some stuff. We got some stuff, but we should be dominating because Oakland was originally a black city, just like Washington, D.C. It was Chocolate City. What happened? What happened? All that gangster shit, all that drug dealing, all that shit was a trick to get your ass in jail and to kill yourself. You know? It wasn't no manhood shit, man. You know, we have to be men. We have to stay in our households. We have to raise our kids. We can't depend on the community and society to raise our kids. Yeah, it takes a village, but it takes a father too. It takes a two-parent household. You know, you can't be no king. You could be the king and queen of your house, but everybody ain't no damn kings and queens. So you need to establish a kingdom. That's your house, you know, and build your house up, your household up, you know, and that's the root of everything. The family, our black families, our families have been warred upon since the 50s, since slavery, since they stole us and brought us over here. They separated us. That's why we is like we is. You know, all that shit is psychologically damaging. And it's in your it's in it the traumas of the past of our ancestors flows through our veins. You know the atrocities, you guys don't even want to talk about it no more because it's embarrassing to a lot of people, and it's hurt, it's shameful, and it hurts to talk about all the stuff that we went through. And now, you know, if you know history and if you examine your history and if you're a thinking person, if you see, just to look at what's going on right now in our communities, it's like we lost. It's like, are we ever gonna? Is this ever gonna work out? You know, is this ever gonna work? Now they're trying to go back to Africa, and some of them places they don't like you neither because of the news of what happens here, and how we treat each other here, how you treat your partner, how you treat your neighbor, how you treat your family members, how you treat yourself. You know, a lot of us underachieve. We underachieve. We don't want to do the necessary things. We think shit is too hard. It's too hard for me to go to school. But you'll go out there and sacrifice your fucking life and then steal some money and then, you know, fuck the money off on some crap, bull crap. And what you could have used that as a tool. Money, see, a lot of people don't know what money is. Money is a tool to create the lifestyle that you need to thrive. Health is wealth. So if you get some money, it's not for you to just put on some fucking clothes and look a certain way. It's for you to create an environment so you can have a healthy life. And then as you have a healthy life, you can make some healthy decisions. Get you an education, get you some tools to make more money. Make a better. It's not as you after you get a certain age. It's not about you. It's about the kids. But some of these dudes and some of these females, they want to. You didn't live your life. You know what I'm saying? And you get a certain age and you want to look a certain way and project a certain image, which is fake, and you neglect your responsibilities. Kids do that stuff, and gangs is weak. Cause ain't no gang did nothing good for the black community, but killed up our kids and our fathers. You know, I'll never join a damn gang. You know? So yeah, man. We in a crisis. It's I don't, you know, it's like I don't know what to do. My thing is to stay away from a lot of stuff, man. You know, stay away from a lot of people because they're toxic and they've been defeated. Soundly defeated. I see some defeated people. You see them dudes out there trying to act hard, and them niggas is hurt, and they trying to mask that hurt with that energy because they hurt and they lost. Isn't that hard? It'd be hard if 10 black men came together and bought a fucking mall or business, or started a bank, or started a school. That's hard. The Panthers was hard. You niggas is soft and defeated, and you damn near women, because the white man is and all. It ain't even got to be the white man. Whoever got their shit together more than you is screwing you. You are a nothing to in this society, because you can't accomplish nothing. You can't even take care of your own community. So how is you a man? When they come in, you talk about police brutality, they killing our kids. That's because you letting them. What you doing to stop it? Malcolm and Huey, they grabbed arms. It took a lot, but you out there patrolling the police with guns, ready for whatever. That's some manhood stuff. Not what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all running and hiding from the defeating army. The army that has defeated you, you are running and hiding and ducking and dodging. And then you turn around and stab you and kill your brother. You're a weirdo. You're a loser. You lost. You're not a man. That's some sorry, defeated, confused shit. And now, like the Bible says, in the last days, the first will be last and the last will be first. The kids will disrespect the parents, and the parents will follow the kids. The one who birthed them will follow after the one he birthed. Nah, I gotta stay away from all that. That's why I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking. So I had no reason to be in those, I ain't nothing to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers drink and smoke all day, every day. What you celebrating? Your failure? You know what I'm saying? Your kids is out there laying out like a goddamn possum or a deer in the middle of the street like roadkill. Go down to East 14th right now, they walk down the street selling their body, and they sick, and they little girls. And these other races going up there, the majority of girls out there is black girls. And there's other races going out there buying your black kids. And y'all ain't doing nothing about it. The churches is scamming. They ain't doing nothing in the community. They letting homosexuality run rampant in the church. The pastor is in these churches is not a lot of them. I mean, shit, it is a lot of them. If you're not built on a foundation of God, it's a lot of wickedness going on. And it's a lot of sexuality. Even if you even heterosexual sex, if you having sexual relations outside of your relationships and you can't control your sexual drive, that's evil too. That's a part of the devil destroying the family structure because you're not content with with your household. We got a lot, man. We got a lot. We've been suffering a lot, and we don't trust each other. It's some people that's gonna look at this video and be like, "Man, that nigga don't know what he talking about." But them same niggas is probably smoking hella weed, stinking, um, underachieving, ain't doing nothing in the community. You know, you got these fake community activists act like they doing things in the community, trying to bring the community to get together, but they really is is part of the disease of the community because everybody look for clout. You want to be worshipped like God. You want people to look at you because you feel bad. Your self-esteem is low. So you got to project this image, this fake ass image. You fake. And you a devil, you know, until we come together. And I'm open to it, man. If y'all got any suggestions, you got any input, if you look at this video, and I'm active out here, man, in the town, and we have been putting things together since I was a kid. We successfully survived the drug era, the dope era, you know, and we learned from that. And we are establishing businesses, and we're trying to get like-minded people to come aboard and work with us. And we got security for the people. I believe that we have to have a security force in our communities, in all our communities, and mentorship. You know, I'm a Muslim, and I try to work on my spirituality as much as possible, but I'm still a diamond in the rough. I'm rough. You know, I'm raw. I come from the street, and it's some stuff that that I have to you know, work within myself to minimize. But you know, I'm with the shit, you know, and I just want to see my people in a better place. At this point, I'm 52 years old, man. I have to leave. We have to establish something for the people, for the children coming behind us, because what you know, you're not just like the mummies in the kings of Egypt. They put all in the gold and horses and all that, everything in their tombs, and thought they would wake up in the afterlife and it'd be there. You know, 1,000 years later, we go, that shit's laying right where they put it, molded and old, and they ain't took that shit with them. You know, you can't take the stuff in this life with you into the spiritual world. So you're gonna have to store up blessings. You're gonna have to store up good karma. You're gonna have to store up good deeds, you know, and hopefully that energy trans transform over into your next existence, a spiritual energy, because the physical you ain't gonna be able to take it. They already tried. You're not able to do it. It's drug dealers that was buried with their gold chains and diamonds and money in their caskets. You go dig them suckers up, that shit's still up in there, and the body is still in there, just decomposed, because you can't take none of this stuff with you. So it's a reason why this world we live certain ages, and it's a blueprint that we're supposed to follow. You live and if you're not a selfish person, you make it a little easier for your children and your fruit that's coming after you. So you don't just live on this world and be selfish and take, and then die, and then leave us a bill where we got to bury your ass. You know, that's what we got to deal with right now. You die, and we got to fund your funeral. You know, because you didn't do what you were supposed to do on this earth. So how do you think your afterlife is going to be? It's going to be confusing. It's going to be turmoil. You know, because you didn't prepare your mind, you didn't prepare your spirit while you was here. You was chaotic, running around the place. But some people are so they're so lost that they let that evil energy trick them into dying and killing themselves early. You put yourself in a position where you don't even experience life. How many of our kids are dying young? You know, you don't even want to let your kids go out to parties or hang around certain people in the neighborhood because you don't know how these people raise their kids. It's dangerous. You know, I got a 9-year-old kid. Man, I swear to God, I don't want him around none of these people out here. Not even my family members, because the culture is a death, is death and destruction and ignorance and gangs. All these kids is joining gangs. You let another 15-year-old, 14-year-old influence you. Don't none of y'all know shit, but you won't listen to your parents, or you won't listen. You don't even you think knowledge and wisdom is stupid. You motherfuckers is dumb. So you killing yourself. You harmful to, you know, a person that get out of jail on parole. If he violated his parole, they put his ass back in jail for being a threat to his society and himself. A lot of you people, a lot of our kids is a threat to themselves because ignorance is dangerous. When I talk to a motherfucker and I could tell that they ain't all the way there or they on some stupid shit, I get away from them because that's dangerous. I might have to defend myself against him. He might do something that will affect me. He might have did something to somebody else. And his ignorance will spill out over me. So you got to get away from them fools and their foolishness. You got to be a man, man. You got to make the tough decisions. You got to do the hard things. You know, once you do something hard, though, so many times it becomes easy. It becomes your sense, your nature. You niggas is, what we're seeing is they're doing the easy stuff, trying to take the easy route and trying to take the shortcuts, and it ain't doing nothing but harming you. It's retarding your growth. To retard means to slow down and stop. Retard to fire. So they got fire retardant. Retarded, you spray that shit on it, stop the fire, slow it down. You niggas has been retarded. Slow down and stop. You should study the ancients. We should be listening to the Malcolm and Martin and Drew Ali and Marcus Garvey. We should be listening to that stuff. We should have TV shows about that stuff, because those people were genuine soldiers and they were in the struggle and they had remedies and they had answers for us, for the things that you're looking for. The answers is right there in the books that you say is fake. You know, go read Proverbs. As soon as you open it up, it say, seek knowledge and wisdom, and with all your seeking, get understanding. You niggas don't even want that. You want to be stupid. It's popular to be stupid. That's why you laid out in the street like motherfucking roadkill all over the country. You know what I'm saying? That's why a motherfucker beat your motherfucking ass and take your ass to jail, because you weak. You ain't got no power. I'm gonna end it with this. We had a group of police called the Rioters in Oakland in the 80s and the 90s, when I used to be in the streets. And one day I was walking past the car wash on 2-4. My partner Manny Bodie was getting jacked by Vasquez. Vasquez was a rogue officer with the Oakland police. He ended up running when they indicted the writers. He disappeared to Mexico, and I don't know if they found him or not. But he was a rogue. He used to come up, just tell us, "I'm about to put this dope on you right here. You about to go to jail for this dope." And you know, we was grinding, so shit, we couldn't tell nobody and shit. But one time they had I seen them. They was jacking my partner. He had hella weed in the car. Weed was illegal then, just like crack back then. So I was like, man, y'all some dirty ass cops. Y'all some dirty cops. And dirty cops right there. They was like, come here. So I was bold. I went around. What's up? They like turn around, put your hands. So I turned around. They put the handcuffs on me. I'm like, well, y'all can't take me to jail. I ain't did nothing. I just said y'all some dirty cops. They said you going to jail for this weed that we just got out of his car. I'm like, what? So I'm like, yeah, I fucked up and got caught up in the entanglement. So they put me in the car. They put around the corner. What they wanted to do was beat me up. So this is what they used to do. They said, do you have anybody that you could call that will come get you right now? And if I didn't have nobody that I could call, and you know, because a lot of us was just in the streets, so we didn't have nobody. You know, we didn't have nobody of importance, and nobody that would fend for us. You know what I'm saying? Nobody in no position that would come like, what happened to my baby? What happened to my son? So I called my stepfather, my father-in-law, OC. And OC was like a church dude. He was a strong man. He was like, yeah, I'm coming to get him right now. And they seen they had to let me go because I had some people that cared for me. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't got nobody that care for you and got no structure, no strength, they gonna run over your ass. And us as a people, that's what they do to us. They run over us because we ain't got no strength and we ain't trying to be strong. Niggas is trying to be weak because we scared to be strong. We've been defeated. We soft. You know, so peace and blessings, man. I just want to share that message with y'all tonight, man. We gotta get strong. We gotta get tough. We gotta strengthen ourselves up, man. You know, it's gonna be hard, but we have to do it. You know, and we ain't got to do no bad things. You know what I'm saying? We need to do some good things, like getting in our households and starting community think tanks and working together. You know what I'm saying? And worshiping God and being decent human beings. Ain't nothing bad about that. That's gangster shit. That's hard. That's revolutionary stuff. You know what I'm saying? So until we do that, we're gonna be getting kicked in our ass, man. Peace and blessings, man. Y'all like and subscribe to my channel. You know, I make these videos to try to uplift and bring a different light and a different perspective to our communities. I'm a father, I'm a man, and I just want to see us win, man. You know, I grew up as a revolutionary, and I just don't want to, I just hate to see us getting killed in the street, us getting defeated, our women getting misused, our children getting killed and killing each other. I hate to see this stuff. It messes with me, my emotions. Like Big Worm said, you mess with my emotions. So let's get it together, man. Like and subscribe, Big C. Y'all check out my new podcast we got coming, Town Vision. I'm gonna put the link in the description and check out the documentaries. God bless you. You guys have a great evening. Peace and blessings.